humble servants of Skibusiness Solutions Limited. Is a registered limited liability company. The reason we're setting up this seminar is this. We have domestic export warehouse license. Why I decided to take this pain of going around the whole eastern region? Yes, this seminar, I started it since December last year. Going from one state to the other is because the Igbos need to know the truth concerning this export. Nanti also not the other parts of this Nigeria. Nearly too much na this export. Ni high one of just import. Now we should try, we should learn to just not every time enable bata. For each 10 containers that come into this country, 9 leave empty. 9 leave empty, and you're paying for it going empty. So we're saying, my brothers, my sisters, can I say just enable bata? Let us help you to give you the ways end to end of how you can import and still, instead of your containers going empty,
my name is Mr. Onitsha, Board of Trustee Member, Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria. I don't know that such a thing existed, but I've learned a lot that you can export so many things from Nigeria to outside country and make money. And I want to encourage our people, especially those of us in the Southeast. This is the type of forum that we need from time to time, so that our people will be abreast with the reality. I thank God that I was here today. I listened, I enjoyed the meeting, and I learned a lot. And I'm ready to go with them.
Nigeria is in an economic mess today because all of us depend on oil. There's no emphasis on non-oil export. The second problem we have is corruption. And that is why the country is not moving forward. People think Naim exports now are very difficult because of the documentation processes. The answer is no. What we just need to do is to do what? Give ourselves what we call mindset reorientation. Change the way we think, the way we feel about certain things. Ask questions where we think we need explanations. Think outside the box and encourage ourselves to export so that we can earn our money in dollars. What do we need to do? Just join this Skibusiness Solution. We have what we call Eastern Export Hub. And then, when we join it, you'll be trained. We'll give a detailed explanation on the documentation processes. Not only giving the explanation, but we will handhold you and teach you the processes until you get it right and start earning in dollars.
One of the major things that I exported, agricultural raw materials that I exported, is sesame seeds. But how do you get it? How do you get it? And that's where Skibusiness comes in. You want to export sesame, you just tell her, and she will set the machinery in motion. And before you know it, you will have telephone numbers, you will have contacts of people that will supply you tons and tons of sesame seeds. Soya beans is another wonderful one that is richly exported. You don't need to have a headache how you will source them. We are telling you here today that we will help you get the people that will supply whatever quantity you need of these agro products. You can decide that you don't have enough money for exports. You can decide to be farming, to produce these things. The things that make us dread exports has been removed, and it has been made easy by the partnership we have with Skibusiness Solutions. You can now key into that opportunity and harvest your own share of the benefits in export business.
My name is Dr. Mrs. Pauline Obianoko, the State Coordinator, Raw Materials Research and Development Council, Enugu State. We are here to sensitize our people on the need to be part of what is happening in the export business. We in Nigeria are so richly blessed with so many exportable commodities. The program we held here is to alert our people, especially those who are already in importation business, that they have a very big opportunity waiting for them to use the same routes to also export some of the agricultural commodities we have here. And we have had opportunities to speak to them of the exportable agricultural commodities we have in this country. What we want to encourage is that they don't continue to leave their containers empty, coming back with goods and sending it back to places where they import from. And when they can put one or two commodities there and earn dollars. Because the only way this nation will come out from the mess we are in is export. And I'm encouraged by the number of people who attended this program here today. Thank you.
Exactly a year plus 3 months now, that was February 2022 when CBN came up with that policy, ROT 200. ROT 200 means road to 200 billion in FX earnings alone. So what the government was targeting at that point in time is to say, yes, we're earning maybe so much from crude oil and all that, but it's so volatile and you don't have control because one, you don't control the market. Saudi Arabia controls the market. There are other countries that control the supply market when it comes to crude oil, right? So if Saudi Arabia blinks today, the price of oil will go up. But if Nigeria blinks today, nothing will happen to the price. So we cannot determine what the price of, we do not have the leverage, we don't have those levers, they don't exist anywhere that can change the dynamics of the price of that commodity. And this accounts for over 95% of our FX earnings. So how much can we rely on just this sole product for FX earnings? And that is why CBN now said, no, we need to move from the oil to the non-oil export. And the idea is, how do we encourage Nigerians to begin to look at these other non-sources of FX, which is the non-oil end of it, okay? And they now came up with that scheme called the ROT 200, Road to 200 billion. And the idea is that the government wants to earn at least $200 billion in the next 3 to 5 years from non-oil sources.
If you're looking to go into vegetable farming, whether for export or for local consumption, the first thing that you have to do is that you have to look at what crop should I grow. So you look at the variety, you look at the disease resistances, then you look at the climatic condition. Then right now, because of climate change, if you want to do farming, you have to ensure that there is water. Nobody is depending on rain again for vegetable farming. Then the markets, am I supplying to the open market? Am I supplying to the fresh market? Then am I exporting? Then the source of power.
Some products that you need to export, you may need to have a NAFDAC registration. If it's food or drug, then that would also have to come in. Then if it's manufactured or the processing, you may need to go through Standard Organization of Nigeria, you may need to go through Nigerian Quality. A lot of certifications actually that you may need to do depending on the particular kind of products that you're going into.
What you just do is you're just investing. We help you manage, we help you sort market, we help you do everything. So it's more or less like a plug and play. For people that are not ready to go through the bottleneck of saying they want to grow, they want to do this. And also, you can also outsource products. So we also have linkages for markets. In this business, sometimes you have to also work with people. If you have one, he has two, he has 10, you work together, it makes it easier. And when you export, and also, it's also very, very good to work with people that have done it before, to carry along.
Export is really about knowledge. It needs a lot of knowledge. But that's what has made it possible and beautiful is the fact that Skibusiness, is providing all of those knowledge for us. There are documentations that you need to do. But once you are in Skibusiness, the Eastern Export Hub, we handle all of these things for you. But it's not enough to just say, okay, they're going to do it for me. It's also important that you also have an idea, even if you don't know all the processes, but at least you must have an idea of how these things are done.
I'm Opara Ifechukwu. I'm a civil servant and a business owner. I came here, I was invited by a friend. What I saw was beyond my imaginations. This Skibusiness is something to key into. An export business is what I have a dream of years back, but don't know actually how to go about it or package it. But today I've learned that I can partner with people and still make my dreams come true.
My name is Dr. J. Ugu. I'm a business consultant and an export business coach. So for the past 2 days, we have been training would-be exporters on the processes they need to go through to be able to export their products out of Nigeria. Needless to say that exports is the business now that will help you not just to earn money but to earn in dollars. And the services that Skibusiness provides is end-to-end services in the export value chain, where they show you what to export, how to export, where to export, and then who to export to. It's been amazing, it's been fantastic. The hall from yesterday to today has been filled to the brim. People have come from all different walks of life to participate in this seminar. And I encourage everybody to join in the export wave that the government and the private sector are driving now.